Well, Coach, no precipitation to speak of, but still a very chilly December day in Philly. Winter coats and hot chocolate abound here at Lincoln Financial Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set, cut, 6 yards. All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And got his man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, how about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. On the draw, this is Smith. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this will remain a scoreless game. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike 54. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Looking to throw on second down. Olsen. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all Lebanon defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
And watch that, and watch the ball.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Looking to throw. Olsen. That's complete to Slayton. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Ready? 8, read. Recon, 132 fighter.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
At the 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Here's a second and 7. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on third and goal? Back to throw. Olsen to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on third and goal. Let's see what they do on fourth and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on fourth and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
After the penalty, it's Smith. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter.
Exit. 47, Mike. 47, Mike. Mike, 47. Let's go, D. 47.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Ito Smith. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 14.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Giants 3, Eagles nothing.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
55.
They'll set up a throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
Well, the second down throw on target. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
off play action. Olsen. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Ready?
Saquon Barkley running right. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Olsen got a man, Slayton. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Saquon Barkley. And some room to work. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back to throw. Olsen nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Olsen. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Ready. 47, Mike, 47. Watch the slant.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On 2nd down now. It's Smith. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Come on, set. Time to end it. Mike 58, right there. All day, baby. All day, all day.
On the run, it's Smith. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
The tackle made by B.J. Hill. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 30.
Second and 6. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. A quick throw. Here's Shepard. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. A first down carry for Barkley. He's got the first down and more past midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Back to throw. Olsen. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for Darius Slayton. Incomplete. It's now second and 10.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. Olsen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
On the ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
It's our time.
On 1st down, Barkley. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll go to Barkley again. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Let's go. 8, read.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I know he ain't got it.
Now.
Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Let's go, Jigsaw. Let's go. Let's go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Let's go. 1500. 1500. Plus 4. You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare. Hey, check Mike 47. Check.
Looking to throw. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Check 47. Watch the backer. Watch the backer. 47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike 47. I got one.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Down. Touchdown. Magic. Rock the screen. Mike, check. 59.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll let it go deep for Freeman. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed.
Five down. Stand up in.
They'll look to throw again. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Zach Cunningham able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 13. Escaping the pressure right. And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Ito Smith, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And how about that return as he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Olsen. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
3rd down.
Here we go. 60 or.
From the gun on 3rd down. Olsen gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And Rosas puts this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They go back to the ground with Smith. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A very solid gain of 27. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
A give to Smith out of the gun. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On third down, they turn to Sanders. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Back to throw here. Over the middle, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Zach Cunningham in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Eagles on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is third down and 12. They'll run with Smith. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit. Because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off. Because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the slant.
They'll run it again with Barkley. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On first down, Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 43-yard line.
Set up, 50, plant.
Left right forward. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Under 10, under 10, 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Orbit.
From the gun, Olsen. Oh, wide open, complete, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Quick.
2nd and 9 now. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 29, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll run with Barkley, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Let's go.
Okay, ready?
Watch 52. 52's the mic. Oh, you got deep?
Let's go.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Watch that in. Cut his right. Cut his right. Out. 5 down. Stand up in.
Again, it's Barkley. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Go now. 70, Indy.
54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming.
Fire.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so well, it's not.
Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's complete to Smith. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They set the goal beginning of the year, hey, let's win 7 games. Unfortunately, with this loss, they can't do it.
So now it'll be interesting to see how they respond as a team, because sometimes when you set goals, if you don't achieve them, you don't care anymore. You let everything else go. I want to see if they're going to continue to fight, scratch, claw, do whatever to try and get as many wins as possible, even if it doesn't reach their stated number.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Philly.